A highway project that began in the late 60s, cost over $250 million, was bogged down in the St. Francis floodway for over a decade, and literally required an act of Congress to complete, has come to fruition. 15 years after the future interstate signs went up, this was anything but an overnight success, but today the future is finally here.
On Friday, March 11th, the Arkansas State Highway and Transportation Department celebrated the redesignation of U.S. Highway 63 to Interstate 555, this being the first interstate to connect to Northeast Arkansas's largest city, Jonesboro.
I met with a group of folks here in Jonesboro, and they were very concerned about how we could accelerate the pace of 555, which at that time, as you know, was the future 555. And I'm going to tell you, there was some skepticism in that initial meeting.
The increase of being able to help recruit industry, manufacturing, all type of retail, they always want that interstate sign. And we were just delighted a few weeks ago to be able to put that sign up.
Oftentimes, as we're working with companies and site location consultants, one of their key considerations is, are you on an interstate? And if not, how close are you? And for years, we had to put future I-555, and so having that designation now, we literally can check the box. And it means a great deal because it expresses to those people interested in our community that we're part of that interstate network now, and that their products can be shipped in and out of Jonesboro with relative ease.
I've been on Transportation Committee in the House or in the Senate since 2001, so I understand how you could have a project that started in 1968 and is just now concluding.
And you think about the length, the dedication, the perseverance to accomplish that, and it teaches us a lot about persistent leadership, sticking to it, not turning it back, not giving up on it, overcoming obstacles.
This new stretch of interstate began back in the 70s with the bypasses around Jonesboro and Marked Tree. Since then, more than $250 million have been spent to bring it up to interstate standards.
Agriculture plays such an important role in our local economy and in the regional economy, and obviously in the state as well.
Well, one of the things that we realize in the whole process of developing this section as an interstate is that there's a lot of agricultural traffic that traveled on what was US 63 that would not be eligible to travel on a road that's designated as an interstate, even though it's the same basic road. If we designated it as an interstate when it was actually ready and met the qualifications, then all of that agricultural traffic was going to have a 90 to a 120-mile detour around the floodway. And we thought that was really cost prohibitive for the agricultural industry, and that's a huge part of the economy in Arkansas.
We could have pushed this through a long time ago. It was just going to cost us about $32 million to build a 3-mile road that's 2 lanes for about 250 farm vehicles a year.
So we wanted to find a way to be able to allow them to still travel on that section of what is now I-555 the way they always have.
So it was nice we could just come together and use a little common sense and accomplish something, saving the taxpayers $32 million in the process, and letting that money to go to more needy projects that we have around the area.
The cost savings that was achieved, along with just the capability, again, of having that access, was a win-win for everybody.
Through saving the taxpayers $32 million, this redesignation also comes with an increase in economic development.
Jonesboro is the big town in my district. I serve 30 counties. I live in Jonesboro. But we have to broaden our scope and recognize the mayor of Turl is here. And I said, you know, Mayor, this benefits you. And what we want to do in Turl is figure out how we capitalize on this opportunity to tie into this very, very important artery for commerce, and how we can revitalize communities all along Interstate 555.
The significance is very simply, it gives everyone, every community in this room in Northeast Arkansas, an additional calling card for economic development. You need to have the calling card of logistics and access. You now have strengthened your case.
One of the little checklists that you have to put on anything is when you get a package in, and they ask is, do you have an interstate running either through or beside your city? And they want to be able to get that in and out of their products, raw materials and finished product.
It's important that future workforce be able to come here easily, but also have that capability of moving safely across the region.
The interstate designation brings about a lot more opportunities for economic development. There are a lot of larger industries that will want to locate on an interstate, so they have easy access for transportation, for shipping, and that really makes that a reality. So even though the area has grown quite a bit, without the official interstate designation, it opens up a lot more opportunities for economic development in the future.
740 signs will be replaced over the 44 miles of the new interstate, with the total cost of materials costing approximately $20,000.
And I can't push so much the regionalization of this deal. I think what's good for Jonesboro is going to be good for any of our cities around us. And that's really what we're doing, is working together, for a better future for all of us.
It really helps us in communicating across the country and across the world that this is a great area for transportation and again, to move those products in and out of our community.
Someone said the road to success is always under construction. I like that. And so we've got a lot that we're constructing on here in Arkansas. Let's keep constructing, because we want the success that hard labor brings.
For more on this story and many more, be sure to check out the May edition of Arkansas Highways magazine on issue.